modify what you want to do.
Okay, we're ready. Or I'm ready.
Hello, we are going to go over today how easy it is to do printing with a mailing service, not with a mailing, but printing with mailing. Basically, you come to the home page. You then go and put your drop down with mailing, printing with mailing, and we're going to select postcards with mailing. When we come over to postcards with mailing, now, one of the things that they have on the other videos up, and we're going to redo those eventually, you can go back on how to use the website, and what they'll do is they'll tell you if you're familiar with the product that you want to order. If you're not familiar with the product that you order, then you can come over to these drop-down tabs and see like the different types of paper, the different colors, the coating, and so forth. So you can actually kind of mimic what they do on the instructions. The main thing what I want to do is I want to come down here and explain a little bit more about the mailing options down at the bottom down here where it says mailing options. So first off, I always like to, most common card that everybody gets is 5.5 by 8.5. So we're doing a 5.5 by 8.5. 14-point coated cover is great. And then you have 4/4, which is full color both sides. And UV coating on the one side and aqueous coating. The reason why you do not want a UV coat on both sides is because the address will not stay on the UV coating. It'll wipe right off. Okay, so you can point that out as far as the coatings, that the front side will be UV coated one side, the other side will be uncoated or have aqueous coating. Okay?
Do you want me to like explain that when I make it?
Yeah, explain this here, this coating, but you'll see when you go through if you review the instructions on how to use the website, you don't have to go all the way through, but up until this point on the way to order, you can kind of mimic what they're doing and going down that path. All right.
Okay.
But the main thing about this is that we want to talk about the coatings and the reason why you do not want UV coating on both sides, and that's why we only have the one selection anyhow. And then you can come here and you can go standard turnaround time. That's all you're going to get on the thing, but you don't have to talk about that. They'll pretty much understand that, but when you tell them UV coating and aqueous coating, a lot of people want UV coating glossy on both sides, and it won't work that way. So we do it this way, where we make it no UV on the back side. Okay? Then you have your quantity that you want to order, and let's say your mailing list is 20. Do an odd number. Let's say the mailing list is 3,500 cards. So you're going to order 5,000 cards, but you don't have to come, when you come and you order them that way, you don't have to send out all 5,000. You can actually send out 3,500.
Are they gonna receive the remaining 1,500 somewhere somehow or what?
Yeah, they will receive the remaining 1,500 back, and you'll see that on checkout when you go to checkout.
Okay.
Now, after the 3 points that we're going to be mainly concerned about pointing out is the UV coating again, right, aqueous coating, that you can order a quantity, but you don't have to mail the whole quantity. And then the final thing is the postage type. And you'll need to explain it a little bit to them. First class is for invoices and statements. It's required on invoices and statements, or something that is time sensitive, like if you're having an auction and you have to have it there quick enough for the auction.
You mean like
I'll use that one. I'll use that one for an auction company, like an auctioneer is going to be doing an auctions, and it has to be there. Or a specific show.
Or like a sale?
Well, no, sale you can always get it far enough ahead. This is one of those things where it's the last minute type thing, like somebody has something that's immediate, has to be done. Just put down there, just on first class, put down that it has to be it's mandatory, it has to be for invoices statements, and anything that is time sensitive. And that's all you're going to need to put down there. Okay?
Okay.
Then you have the next one, which is standard mail, which is the most common one. And this is the standard bulk mail rate.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is what you would do to get the best prices when you're mailing to a database that has names on it. You know, you mailing to your database, or if you're buying a database and mailing to it. This is what you would do.
Okay.
Now, if you're mailing to postal routes and you want to do what's called saturation mailing is where you have to mail to every single address in a carrier route or in a neighborhood. And I always use like neighborhoods. One carrier route is usually a neighborhood. And so that's where they have this new thing. It's called EDDM, Every Door Direct Mailing. Well, Every Door Direct Mailing is the old-fashioned saturation mailing that they've had forever. Okay, they just changed the name to get people to try it. This is not really the best way to go, but we need to tell people that this is saturation mailing. It's when you're doing it, you have to mail to every single address in the postal route. Okay?
Okay.
So those are the main things. And then as you come down here, you'll notice that you have your printing price, which is for 5,000 cards. You have your setup charge, and you have your addressing the cards. And if you came up here and you change this number here, you'll see these numbers change. Like if you go and you change that number to 5,000, when you go and click there, you immediately see that go up to $62.50. Oh, $5. 5,000. You would see it go up to $87. Okay.
Well, hang on a second. That's weird. So for 500 it was $60. For 3,500 it was 70 something, and for 5,000 it's 87.
Yeah, to address them, yes.
Okay.
There's a minimum charge. There's a minimum charge in there. You got to have a minimum charge.
Okay.
But if you also notice when you do that, your postage also changes. Like if you're looking at 5,000 cards in Every Door Direct here, your postage is $945 because that's the lowest way to go. But you have to mail every single address, whether they want your postcard or not. And that's why we recommend to get a database and go with just a little bit more on postage. But you don't have to mail out anywhere near as many as what you would have to do with saturation mail.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Wife is here. She's taking care of it. We're good.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay. So the most expensive postage is first class mail. As you can see down here, it's $2,025 for 5,000 cards. Second one is Every Door is the saturation mailing, which is $1,400. And the final one is Every Door Direct, which is only $945. But you're paying for printing and mailing to addresses that they may not even want to. They might even not even qualify for what you're doing.
Right.
Okay. So this is the part that I would like to try, to get to explain a little bit more, where you don't have to do like if you do 5,000, you can do 3,000 cards. Okay. And you can mail out 3,000. All right. So when we do 5,000 cards and mail out 3,000, when you go here and you place your order, okay, you have to log in. And when you go to place your order, you will see down here that shipping. If you click on shipping, it's going to do UPS ground. There's going to be a shipping charge to send 1,900 or whatever back to you, 1910 back.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Pretty cool.
So I've ordered 5,000.
You have your,
and I only
direct mail over here.
Mm-hmm.
You've ordered 5,000 up here.
Right.
You mailed 3,000 of them. Now, the price for postage, we will charge you separately for that after we do the mail sort. We can't do it before we do the mail sort. So the postage price, when you look at, when you're checking out right here, it says estimated total is this. The amount due today is only $611. Well, the $611 is only the printing, the setup charge, and shipping to get it back to you in sales tax. So theoretically, if we add those up, let me add them up here real quick just so I'm not lying to you, and you can see what it says.
Right.
Okay, so if we do the 397.55 plus 75 plus 63 plus 21.75 to ship it back to you or deliver it back to you, plus the sales tax of 54.34 equals that's $611.64. The postage is an estimated amount until we can get the final postage mail sort and actually certify it with the post office. And we will contact you via email with that amount, and then you can pay that either by check or mainly we have our customers send us a check, or they can do credit card for that, but it has to be separately from the main order. Okay? We always handle that separately.
So you said it was the product total, setup total, the shipping and sales?
Sales tax will be the amount due today. And then we will contact them with the actual postage after we do the actual mail sort with the post office.
Uh-huh.
And verify the price with them via email. And then you don't talk to them about you don't tell them how they would pay for that. Just tell them we will contact them and set up arrangements for payment for the postage.
Okay.
But the main thing is the printing and mailing portion of it. The printing and the addressing is one charge, and the post office is a totally separate charge because we do not mark up the post office.
Right.
Okay? And that's a big point. We do not mark up the postage for the post office. Whatever the postage is. And then the other thing is usually the price I have on here for postage is actually the higher range of the post office, and usually it comes in less. And what I would do if I was in person talking to somebody, I would tell them, I'll give you the higher price for postage, and when we come in less, will you be happy? And that's why I always ask everybody. And they go, yeah, But that's how I normally talk to them when I'm in person, because I tell them that we have to charge the higher amount because we don't know what the database is going to be like.
Right.
Until we get it. So we charge them the higher amount postage, or we give them an estimate for the higher amount of postage until we figure out what the postage amount is. And then we tell them what the actual postage amount is. The other thing I tell people is I'd rather budget a little bit high on postage than not high enough, because I'd rather tell them it's a lower postage amount than have to tell them that it's going to be more postage. Okay, you might want to work that in.
Okay.
Keep in mind our postage amount is the higher range of the post office pricing. We would rather you budget high than come in and tell you a lower price and tell you more money. So you might want to work that in somehow.
Okay.
This is going to be the most interesting portion of it because, doing the mailing portion of it, because we could do so good on not overdoing it with the explaining, but if we get it down the right way, it's just absolutely going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just letting you know, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Scroll back up. Or no, that's what I was looking at. Okay, so all the stuff that you're looking at there under job information, additional options, that's the stuff that we already set up on the previous page. What?
When you select here, let's go
back. No, just that's just what we did on the previous page, right?
That's the
The only thing that's different on this page is everything below that job information table, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that was my question.
This is a summary of what you ordered.
Right.
This is the exact summary. You can't really change anything up here, but you can change how many you want to mail down here. You see, you can change that, update down here. And then your price down here will change. See, now your estimated total is $1,020. So your postage is $378. And then you can come here and say, I want to do standard mail, and you see it went up to $564.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do standard mail, usually you're sending out to a lot less addresses. You're sending out to fewer addresses.
I see.
You know, when we do standard mail, it's like when you did the database. You looked and there was 36,000 addresses in a 5-mile radius of the Chamber of Commerce. Well, that would be saturation mailing. Okay, that would be
all of the addresses.
If you did all those, that would be that right there, all the addresses. But when you narrowed it down to females and to the women and stuff like that, then you go to standard mail. And if you want to, you can even refer back to the the mailing list video.
Yeah.
Referring you back to the mailing list video when we went and reduced the amount of addresses we were mailing to. This is what the standard bulk rate is for. Okay. So that's what we pretty much have going on. And then first class, as I said, first class is first class. First
right.
class has to be for invoices, statements, or things that are time sensitive.
All right. Well, I will get on this. If I have any other questions, I'll let you know. But I got to get going because I got to head over to Franklin now.
No problem.